time spent with God is time well spent. Because when you spend your time with the creator of the universe, when you spend your time with the person who holds everything in his hand, when you just give him your time, when you just show up and say, Lord, I'm here. Lord, I'm here. And you keep doing this, man, over a period of time. It could even be like even 1 minute a day. You could even just wake up, pray, and be like, Lord, I need you, help me out, or whatever it could be, depending on your situation. Just as long as you go and give God some of your time. I mean, of course, it will build over the time, because you'll learn and realize that God is actually a friend. He's not just somebody far off, who's just doing his own thing, and then us, we're just insignificant and we're just down here doing all. No. It's like, how do I put it? It's like, I remember in another video I said, like, when you pray, it's like you're in a space. Okay, on earth, it may just look like you're just on your knees praying, and then like that's all. But no. In the spiritual world, you're actually with God. Like, you're actually at his feet. Like, bruh, he's seeing you when you go in to your prayer closet. When you pray and go to God and say, Lord, I'm here. Okay, you don't have to exactly say that, but when you show up, you don't even have to say anything. Sometimes life can be so difficult. You can't even say anything. It's okay. But if you just show up and say, Lord, I'm here, man, and then you just spend time with him, man. I remember I also said there are things that must happen when you spend time with God. You'll obviously notice those things. Basically, like an example is in the story of Moses, when he was leading the Israelites out of captivity. Yeah? There was a time he had a 40-day fast, I think. Yeah, and he was on the mountain where he was getting the 10 commandments. Now all that time he was spending with God, apparently, like, now he began to glow. Like, his face was so bright that the people couldn't even look at him. It's that crazy, man. I'm telling you, God is serious. So now when you spend your time with a person who can make Moses, a human, look like that. Let me even point out something. Moses, at that time, they didn't have Jesus Christ dying for them. At that time, Jesus hadn't died for them. So now, by that time, they were still under the old law. So now they had to sacrifice, that to do all those things. So now imagine Moses, him a sinner, a man, a sinner, a man, bruh, he's a man. And he was a sinner. Now us, we benefit even more because Jesus has died for us. And now, because of what Jesus has done, now that righteousness that he has, if we believe and have faith in him, you will realize that his righteousness is now our righteousness, and it is all in him. He's the one who secures and holds everything for us together. So now, while Moses, a man, was able to spend time with God and glow, how much further could we reach now that we have Jesus, who is presenting us righteous before the Lord? Did you know you could just go up to the Lord anytime? You could have done the worst of the worst. You could have done the most nastiest, most horrible thing. You can just present yourself before the Lord because of what Jesus did. And that's just something amazing. So, when you spend time with God, it does things to us. I told you there are things that must take place when God's presence is there. When you show up, when you present yourself before the Lord, when you go to pray, when you go to read your word, when you could even just go for a walk and just think and be like, Lord, blah 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 blah, And the thing is, he's with us everywhere we go. Because there's a verse that says, I believe that no height, no depth, nor principality, okay, bruh, go check that. But it's basically saying, wherever you go, wherever we are, nothing can separate us from the love of God. Nothing can separate us from the love of God. So you could be anywhere. Anywhere could turn into your prayer closet because of what Christ did, as long as it's in spirit and in truth. I feel like a good thing you should watch is about the Samaritan woman. Yeah, you should go and watch that. It's a really nice story. But when you go to God, when you show up, when you keep doing this over time, man, you begin to change. The old angry, nasty person is just not there anymore. You realize that now you're becoming nicer, because as you spend time in God's presence, now his fruits, the fruits that you get from the Holy Spirit, now those fruits are building up inside you the more you spend time with God. Because it's kind of like first when you believe in God, you get he gives you his spirit, yeah, and then now that's what seals you for the day of redemption. And now on top of that, the spirit helps you, reminds you, guides you. So now the more you go into God's presence, now it's like when you plant a seed, and then now you keep putting water, and then now it has sunlight and all that. You're giving it the right conditions for the thing to grow, sindio? So now it's kind of the same. Now when you keep going to God, now those fruits, those love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, whatever, now those fruits begin to build up in you. They begin to build up. Because God is going to now start molding you, because now you're going to him. He's going to start molding you. He's going to mold you. I think it says in John, is it John 15? Abide in me and I in you, for apart from me, for the vine cannot do anything unless it's connected to the branches. And so every hey guys, I'm sorry, I forgot. Every what is the word? Every part of us, basically, I forgot the word. Every part of us that bears good fruits, now those are the ones that the Lord builds up. And the ones that don't bear any fruits, now these are things like sin, anger, frustrations, disappointments, just things that make life a bit harder to live. Just weights, basically, just weights. Because when you're going through those things, it's like you have a weight on you. So now, as you spend more time with God, now those weights, they start coming off. It's like chains. They start coming off. They start breaking off. Now you're lighter. Now you're you're psyched up. Now So you should really spend more time with God, because the more it's so beneficial for us, man. It's so beneficial. And the thing is, both parties win. God is happy. You're showing up. You're doing the best you can. You're just doing your best, And then you're improving. You're changing. You're becoming a better person. Man, the thing is, the reason why we don't really get far is because we try to do everything apart from the vine. And it says in his word, apart from me, you can do nothing. You can't break your own chains. You can't free yourself from sin. You can't free yourself from spiritual attacks. You can't. Because when you're on your own, man, you're like easy prey for the enemy. You're easy prey. And remember, the enemy has a job to do. Easy prey, like for real. You don't have that supernatural protection, because when you pray, it's like you have this armor around you, spiritual. Now you feel like God, you feel like there's a force helping things become lighter for you in a way. It's like those things that are always weighing you down, they can't even, Satan himself can't even disturb you, because now you have that, now you're so like what? Now you're so protected that now even Satan himself can't really come at you like that, because he know I'm telling you, spiritually it's like a whole different world. And the spiritual world heavily affects this world. So I feel like we should really start taking God more seriously, because all of those benefits, we're just missing out on all of them, and they're all there and waiting for us. It's just that now we just choose the things of the world. We choose people, we choose to go here, there. No one ever gives God any time of this. He's not going to force you to come to him. He's not going to force you to take the blessings. He's not going to force you to do anything. So the choice is up to us, No one's going to force. No one's going to make you do anything. It's up to you. It's whether you want the blessings or not. It's whether you want to improve and get better or not. And if you want to do that, then you're going to have to put in the work. You get what I'm saying? But it's an amazing thing to have. I don't understand how something so amazing has been given unto us freely. We don't even have to work for it, you don't have to pay for it. It's free for anyone, and it's available anywhere. All you have to do is be in spirit and in truth. That basically means you have to have you need to genuinely want to seek God, because God already knows your heart even before you think about him. So if you're not going to be genuine about it, then I mean, yeah, I don't know how to help you, but yeah, you should really do it, because man, you're missing out, for real, for real.